Well, the All-Star weekend was pretty fun. I'd have to say the only thing that wasn't good, if we're just gonna get this out the way to begin with, it was the dunk contest. You know, pretty. I can't even say it was mid. It was bad. Main thing was it just took guys too long to get their dunks off, and like it's just a lot of waiting around. They missed the attempt again, but it didn't count because they didn't have the ball over the rim. Yada yada yada. Like it was just annoying to watch, really. But I mean, Dwayne Wade's to blame for this, really, with his judging in 2020 when Aaron Gordon got robbed. So yeah, that discouraged guys like John Morant from participating in the dunk contest. So it doesn't surprise me that we get newer players, just some athletic fringe guys trying to get some more publicity. But there we have it, and yeah, it just wasn't that good. Now, part of the reason why the dunk contest isn't as good as it used to be, guys are just simply a lot more athletic now. So yeah, it's a bit hard to be creative, and I know you got professional dunkers out there that are more creative, but they're professional dunkers, they're not NBA players. So hey man, that's just how it is. But Obi Toppin won it. He kind of won it by default because everyone else just wasn't that good. It was, yeah, it wasn't good. It was not a good experience. The skills challenge was fun. The rookie showcase, Rising Stars games, those were pretty good. But that dunk contest, yeah, it was bad. It was real bad. Skills challenge was really fun though with the Cavs team. The rookies featuring Cade Cunningham, Scotty Barnes, and Josh Giddey, and of course the Antetokounmpo brothers. So good entertaining stuff. The Cavs team, they won it off Evan Mobley hitting the half-court shot in the tiebreaker against the rookies. So again, entertaining stuff. Three-point contest was good too. Karl-Anthony Towns came through and won it as a big man. The last non-guard, I believe, to win it was Kevin Love. That was like 8-9 years ago. So yeah, that's just crazy though, how you got bigs winning the three-point contest. Like, I swear, if this was the 80s or 90s, they would have had a stroke seeing a big man win the three-point contest. But again, it was entertaining. The finalists were Luke Kennard, Trae Young, and Cat. Cat even set a record for his final round with 29. It was breaking Devin Booker's record from last year with 28. He could have had 32, but missed a couple of regular balls and money balls down the stretch. But yeah, that was good too. I mean, when it comes to the three-point contest and the dunk contest, it's more a reflection on what the league is just prioritized now when it comes to shooting more threes. Also, it's not as dreadful when you have a bad three-point contest, because you'll have some guys, or a lot of guys, should be throwing up bricks, but it's only gonna last a minute because they don't get to keep trying to put up more shots. Like, they got a timer, either they brick all their shots or they run out of time, and it's whatever. With the dunk contest, with these guys constantly missing their dunks, them having these weird technicalities with the attempts, it could drag out, take 10, 11 minutes. Well, not 10 minutes, but like 7, 8 minutes when these guys should have made the dunks, in their first couple of attempts. So yeah, when the dunk contest is a dud, it's really a dud, and it's really bad compared to three-point contest. Because while you'll have guys breaking shots, I mean, it could still be exciting if scores close and whatnot. It's just not as bad of an experience. So while I don't think three-point contest may be as exciting as the 2016 dunk contest, you're more likely to have these duds or just average contests, and the three-point contest is going to do a lot better compared to the dunk contest. It really is. But hopefully they encourage some promising young guys to actually compete in it. And another thing is, I keep seeing people saying, well, Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine should go out for it. I think they're past their time for that. And it's not because they're not athletic still. It's just that, like, the majority of these guys that win a dunk contest, they're like really young in their careers. Like, Obi Toppin's like pretty old, 23. But like everyone else, they'll be winning it like at 21, 22. It'll be their first, second, third year in the league. So yeah, you're not gonna see Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine do it again, and it's fine. Like, they've already had a great contest. They gave us an epic battle when it came to dunks 2016. Well, I don't think they need to do it again. And also, they're just more developing their careers now. We're not worried about being seen as a dunker. When early in your career, they're more like getting that exposure out. So Yeah, and another thing is, it was cool to see some of the props used in the dunk contest. Really like Juan Toscano's Mexican-themed Golden State Warriors jersey that looked really nice, and Cole Anthony Jr. dunking in some Timbs. While that was cool, it did take him a few attempts to get the job done, but it was cool to see. Anything else when it came to the dunk contest? Yeah, not really. Just some of the scoring wasn't that good. Definitely felt like some dunks should have been rated, a point or two higher, but I could see why judges are just getting annoyed watching guys miss dunks over and over again. So like, it's whatever at that point. But let's wrap this up with the All-Star game. Very fun. I know the typical complaints with the All-Star game is there's nobody playing defense, yada yada yada, and I can understand some of those concerns, but like, it is the All-Star game. It's still an exhibition game, and they have some incentives here and there to encourage players, to play through it. Like winning each quarter, you get donations for your team, and select schools, which is fine, no problem with that. But again, it's an exhibition game. Like, when I'm watching the All-Star game, I'm just kicking back and waiting to see some cool flash stuff from these guys. Like, that's really all I'm looking to see. If the game's super competitive, that's nice. If it isn't, well, it's the All-Star game. I'm not going to trip about it too much. The Elam ending has been a great addition to this game, and just altering the format, because it makes these games a lot more intense, competitive down the stretch, because you know how games are when a team's up big and whatnot. They start fouling or they start milking the clock. It could get pretty boring that way, but I think this is a great way to incentivize guys still playing hard throughout the entire game. Another thing they have, to incentivize, guys playing hard a little bit, is that if they win the quarter, they get, the $100,000 donation for their school and their charity and whatnot. So I think that's also a great idea. But the Elam ending has gotten a lot of love for the All-Star game, and it's been really great. Out of the 3 years it's been implemented, only 1 year it's ended like in a free throw. I mean, AD still got fouled. He still had to make the shot, and he missed the first one. So, I mean, there was still some tension and pressure in that free throw. But it's good. It's entertaining, and I believe they're going to keep it in the All-Star game for the future. Now, when it comes to, the mid-season tournament, implementing in the regular season, and the postseason, I doubt you'll see it. I think it'll be good to implement when it comes to reducing the amount of, double and triple overtimes that you see. But the only issue is like picking a target score, because the pace, how these teams play, like it gets a little messy when it comes to actually implementing in the regular season. But I think it'll be a great addition for that mid-season tourney games whenever the NBA decides to implement those. And it won't be necessary at all for the postseason, because one, you should be able to make your free throws when it comes to closing out games when teams begin to foul and whatnot. And of course, they have that incentive to compete for the full 48 minutes, because it is a playoff game. So it's not necessary in that. But other than that, I think it was a great All-Star weekend. I think Cleveland did a good job as a host. The only really duds of the weekend would be maybe that Steph Curry game show. I did not like DJ Khaled as the halftime performance for the show, but it's whatever. In the dunk contest, everything else was pretty good. I'm going to do a updated power rankings and updated MVP ladder, because I haven't made that in like the last couple of months. But right now, I think it's going to be Joel and Giannis as a two-way race for the rest of the season. And without the way, y'all stay safe, and I'm out.